Good morning, Your Highness.
Good morning, Your Highness.
Good morning, Your Highness.
Rawchaa, Yahawashi, Rawchaa, Yahawah, Rawchaa, Yahawah, Rawchaa, Yahawashi.
As in the four. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach. In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel.
I told you 2 things that have brought these women to astronomical heights of pride. That's the feminism and social media, man. And you can't compete with that. You can't compete with that. Okay? So what's your next course of action? You know it's not going to last forever. Social media and feminism is not going to last forever. What's going to destroy social media and feminism? When all hell breaks loose. Now the ball is going to be in our court. Now these women are going to run us down because they're going to need one thing: guidance and protection. That's where we come in. And it really won't matter what you look like, as long as you're a real man. And you can stand in the face of adversity and you have guidance and protection, or they're going to run you down, man. All kind of beautiful bitches are going to run you down, man. It's going to make your head spin. Okay? Come on, brothers. Come on.
I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
They're going to come your way. So much so that you won't know what to do when they come your way. So many of them are going to be coming down, beating down your door, because you have the one thing they don't have. You have stability. Why? Because you have the understanding of this truth, this knowledge, which is going to keep you stable. Isaiah 33:6. The scriptures do not lie, brothers.
Rawchaa, Yahawashi, Rawchaa, Yahawah, Rawchaa, Yahawah, Rawchaa, Yahawashi. All right, Shalom to elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the 4 corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawashi. I gotta give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, name of the Heavenly Father, who everybody ignorantly calls God. His true name in the ancient Hebrew, which is the Lashawan Qadash, his true name is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of. Yahawashi is the Holy One of Israel. Everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, a so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, who was slain at the foundation of the earth for the salvation of the elect of Israel. Then you got 2/3 of the wicked Israelites here in America, Babylon the Great, and then the other wicked Israelites scattered across the 4 corners of the earth that will come back to the loins of the elect after the destruction. The Rawchaa Qadash is the Holy Spirit that has been bestowed upon the men. The Heavenly Father gave his only begotten Son out of the world to complete this work. So we always want to give double honors. Double honors to elders and apostles of great millstone, led us all to his truth. We're ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we pray that number, Lord, wouldn't us be able to find those who fear the name of the Lord, striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5, it is not slack. 2 Peter 3:9, until it rings. 2 Peter chapter 5, verse 42. Shalom, and all you sincere believers out there tuning in here and on after. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, Barak, Atham. We're going to get into a quick end-time topic lesson. Try to make it quick to the point. And the title is The 2 Most Powerful Weapons of the Lord Are Patience and Time. And those, are been 2 key things in, the men of the Lord. The Lord wants us to have patience and time for his work to complete, and for America, Babylon, the Great to be destroyed, and for, the kingdom of the Most High to be set up. You know, the tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men. So as that goes along, you know, we, with our time, you know, we put together these lessons to show you the glory of the Lord, because it's given to his men. So we're going to go into this right here, going into first starting off with this whole thing about the election. You got people, they're like freaking out because Kamala Harris didn't win or whatever, but it doesn't matter. It's not about really with either one of them. Both of them are, you know, in control. The Lord has control of both of them, and neither one of them are going to save this place. So we're just going to watch a little bit of this, and we're going to get to some precepts.
Oh no! 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 Why? Why? Do you really hate me that hard? Why? Do you really hate me that bad? I'm sorry. No! I was right. Why? You guys still think you're right. Why? Do you really hate me that bad? I'm sorry. No!
Stop. See, that's why I'm recording, because the cops ain't gonna believe it.
It's all right. I feel that way too. It's all right. We feel that way together, okay? Let it out. Let it out.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States.
Enough of that shit, man. Y'all crack me up, man. Shit funny as fuck. You know, and that's that feminism, man. It was like, you know, a lot of women, they thought, you know, they had this whole thing in their mind made up that if Kamala Harris wins, they could just, you know, the woman would run America, and neither one of them, Trump or her, neither one of them run shit. Okay, they're puppets. Okay, it's like when you go to KFC, you got all the people back there running everything, but you got the KFC guy with the face on the front. That's how the presidents are. They're just the face. And they acting like she was going to become in office, like something better was going to happen here. They're going to do the same shit that they've always done. You know? And we told you these Edomites is not going to pick no female to run the nation, you know, as the face of this place right before World War III pops off. They're not going to do that. And, you know, either way, it doesn't matter. America's going to lose. They're going to get blown up by Russia and the other nations. So everybody out here talking about whatever, you know, you have no idea that there's a way deeper and more vast trouble coming than just you being under President Donald Trump or whatever. None of that shit's going to matter real soon. You know, they're finna bring in this MOTB. And you got people out here, they say they know the Lord. And, you know, they have no idea, you know, that when you vote for a president, it's like you trust in this place. And the hopeful elect, we do not trust in this system, you know. Just like it said in Revelation, it said that this beast had two horns. and it spoke like a lamb. That's that Republican and Democrat system. That's what it's talking about. They speak like a lamb, like they're gonna be for you and protect you, and you're gonna find out that's not what they're there for. This is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart. How you say that? How you really say that is lob. It's talking about your mind, not your actual heart. Your heart just beat blood. It's talking about your inner will, your spirit. Is in the hand of the Lord. So the king's heart, all the kings, all these different rulers across the earth, the Lord's got their hands on. As the rivers of water, he turneth this, whithersoever he will. See? What is he going to make these kings do? Ultimately, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, what is he going to make them do? Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time to do what? To create his birthright. He's trying to recreate a birthright, a digital birthright with the MLTB. That's the main thing that we're focused on, being prepared for that, which is a time called Jacob's trouble that you find in Jeremiah 30 verse 7. And it speaks about it in the New Testament as well. Okay? In the book of Matthew. So it's a time that's like never before. And that's that time where, we call it Jacob's trouble, World War III, mark of the beast being made mandatory, the RFDI chip you put in your right hand or your forehead. You got people out here, they say they know the Lord. They don't even know what the mark of the beast is. They just be like, nobody really knows. No, we do know what it is. Over here at Great Millstone, we do know what it is. And we're not going to change it up. This is Psalms. This is what we tell you. You can't trust either one of these candidates or anybody. You can't trust any of these kings. You got to trust in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. This is Psalms chapter 146, verse 3. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. They're not coming to bring you nothing better. It's finna get worse. Verse 4, his breath goeth forth, he returneth to his earth, and that very day his thoughts perish. You can't put your trust in these people. Verse 5, happy is he that hath the Most High of Jacob for his help. See, it's talking about Jacob. And we know in Genesis 35:10, Jacob's name was turned to Israel. That's who, the world was made for. It was made for Israel's sake. And, it is a man's world. This was created by men. The Lord is a man, okay? And he's a man of war. And you go to Exodus 15:3. That's why we putting our trust in him, because he has all the true weapons, okay? Not Esau, Edom. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, he's got tanks and stuff and all that, but he doesn't have weapons like the Lord, man. And he's about to bring them all to this earth to show you his power. That's why he raised up Esau, Edom, so-called white man, to have somebody destroy with him. And those weapons are going to be those 144,000 men. You can find those you can look at them as most terrifying men on the planet. And some of them are here today, right now, teaching. We just don't know who they are, but we know they know this doctrine, and they're teaching it too. Start with the elders and apostles, whose hope is in the Lord, his power, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. See, we don't trust in everything else. We can stop from right there. But you got these people, they bugging out. Oh, they precious little Kamala Harris losing, and they're not going to change anything. Either way, civil war is going to break out, because this is part of, the Lord's story. So, and everybody knows that your precious America, Babylon the Great, your Babylonian lifestyle is finna come to an end. Okay? It's gonna get real serious in here, real dark, real grim. It says France's largest newspaper declares end of American world after Trump win, right? So they said that, whatever. But, We know Trump said he wanted to go back to the 1700s. He wants to instill slavery. He wants to make it where women can't vote. Okay, they want to go back to being real Edomites because they know that they're running out of time, and that's the only way they're going to be able to push the MOTB is through force. They're not going to be able to convince everybody, so they're gonna allow a lot of danger to come upon this place to try to scare people into taking that thing. You know. And it's coming. So also it says this is how you know that this is finna really go down. World War III says Trump will give Israel blank check, which may mean all out war with Iran. And that means that they're gonna go to war with all the BRICS, everybody. You got Netanyahu dapping up Trump right now, like we finna go to war. Give y'all whatever y'all want. It's finna get serious. And y'all know we were talking about yesterday about them 7 laws of Noah they made up, right? It's finna get serious. If you're not down with them, you can get beheaded for this shit. This is what people don't understand. This is way deeper than, Kamala or Trump. This is the work of the Lord. And we've been waiting with patience and time for Jacob's trouble to unleash so we can go home. But the first thing has to happen is the prophets have to disappear. The famine of the word. We're not saying we just not going to be here, but I'm saying like you ain't going to see us on the highways and byways no more. You're not going to see us doing lessons no more. That's when it's really going to kick off. It's Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. We go into it all the time. The second woe is past, talking about World War II. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. That's World War III. That's what it's talking about. Just simple. That's what we're coming into. And while that's going on, there's a lot of protests in the street. Okay? And that's all it is. It's just a bunch of little fanners. Like Elder Yahawah said, the Lord's going to send a whole lot of fanners, which is like commotion and stirring up stuff and little events to eventually bring in Jacob's trouble at a whole, right? Here's one of them.
These thousands of workers coming together to coordinate strike and paralyze the city, paralyze the total property, paralyze production in the city. That is what these workers have the potential to do. And this is true union.
This is the big protest outside City Hall in Philadelphia. There's maybe 24 people, maybe 36 people.
Well, they got already showing you the division of this place. Okay? That's a little bit. And there be a whole bunch of shit going there. They don't report. But, that's just one little thing. They out there already going against this place, already showing the division. They still out there protesting. But it's not going to matter. It's not going to stop World War III and Civil War. It says Israel dispatches rescue plans to Amsterdam after very violent incident in Europa League tie. So it was some riots out there going down out there too. Okay. So, we talk about these all the time. It's going to be riots for us to know that when the end is near. Riots and people hitting the street and, distressing nations. These are stuff that we talk about all the time. 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 3. And it reads, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, right? And that was like a little small uproar or whatever. But we've seen videos of mass uproars, way more. And the one that was in Israel, or that looks like in France or whatever. In Europe, in Europe, yeah. I'm trying to see exactly where they was at. That was just that was just like over like a football event or something, and it caused a riot because 3 people went missing or something. And they started saying, they started, chanting down against, the small hats who say they're Israel, who say they're the Israelites, but they're not. Because it said Israel was cast out of the land and they're not going to come back until the Lord comes back. So we know that's not really Israel. You got people over here that say they're Christians and they can just get in. They can just get in and they don't even know what the Lord is saying. They don't even know the warnings that he's putting out and that he set up a brotherhood. You know, it said in 1 Timothy, love the brotherhood. And if you don't love the brotherhood, then you definitely don't love the Lord, because that's who he sent to teach you this. Verse 4, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So we know this stuff is going to keep going on until the ultimate day of Jacob's trouble. And while that's going on, you got these women out here who are, they're like, you know, going to the extreme over, you know, this whole election thing. It really had nothing to do with the election. It just had to do with feminism. They wanted to feel like they were, you know, like we looked up yesterday, that God that the Lord set up to be a stumbling block for Israel, Ashtoreth, right? And it said like she pretends to be rich and shit. That's what they wanted. They wanted to pretend that they had power under Kamala because she's just a woman. That's it, you know. But you got some Jakes and some women and stuff are pointing that out too, you know, are coming out and pointing out, making some good points about, you know, Kamala was not a good choice or whatever. But like I said, it's not going to matter. And we don't want no woman running this thing before World War III either. I'd rather have Esau up there too, shit. So it can look like the movie. It's supposed to be Esau versus Jacob. You know, it's supposed to be them versus us. That's what's finna go down. We're going to see whose seed line lifts. We already know who's going to lose. TikToker issues extreme advice for women to leave their dangerous husbands, not to have kids because Trump got elected. Start making a plan, right? And they started stocking up on all these plan Bs and all this stuff. And this is why we tell you, Jake, like, don't invest your time with these women. Because a lot of them, it just takes one incident, one coincidence or something that happened in the earth, and they just change up. But, you know, this is why the Lord said this, you know, that we don't even really need to be having no children right now. So it's best to just stay away from them. You know, you want to have a wife or whatever, okay, cool. Do what you got to do. But we know Paul said it's better not to have one right now. You know, and if you do have one, try not to have no kids, Jake, because that shit is coming. We coming to a time where this shit is going to be terrifying. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 1. Better is it not, better it is to have no children and to have virtue, right? Have morals, for the memorial thereof is immortal, because it is known with the Most High and with men. So, you know, right now it's better, you know, you know, like you know, Apostle Kabar was saying, you know, some of you men just stay single right now. Just, you know, stay in the word, study. Like we're not supposed to be, you know, trying to establish a family here right now. We're supposed to be in a state of mourning because the tabernacle's fallen. This is Luke 23, verse 28. But Yahawashi turning unto them said, daughters of Jerusalem, right? Daughters of Jerusalem, right? And this is actually talking about the women right here. Okay, the Israelite women, you aquat out there. It says, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children, right? And he was saying that, you know, because he knew that there was going to come a day where Jacob's trouble was going to go down. Okay, that's what he was talking about. Verse 29, for behold, the days are coming. And he was also talking about, you know, Israel, Israel being taken over and us going through slavery and all these other things as well. But Jacob's trouble was one of the ultimate things that he was talking about. Verse 29, for behold, the days are coming in which they shall say, blessed are the barren and the wombs that never bear and the paps which never gave suck, right? He said, they're blessed, the ones that didn't have no children, because it's going to be bad. Then shall they begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and to the hills cover us, because the wrath of the Lord, the missiles hitting this place. That's why everybody's got bunkers and shit. Okay. The only people that's going to be out here with any kind of stability is the men of the Lord, because we're under the shadow of the Almighty. We're being protected by Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That doesn't mean we're not going to suffer, but we're going to have stability in that time. We're going to be patient, and let everything play out. And that's not saying that we're just going to stand somewhere. We're going to do what the Lord told us to do. We got to move here, or whatever, because it said be as pilgrims upon the earth. Be as nomads upon the earth, in that day. We'll go ahead and pull that up. So we're going to be in one spot. This is Ezekiel. No, let's do this one right here. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. And then those evils be as pilgrims upon the earth, right? So we're not going to be like everybody else. We're not going to be thinking like everybody else. The Lord's going to have us in a different spirit. Everybody else is going to be trying to be cool with Esau, take the MOTB, go to the bunkers and all that. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be out here, and then you're going to have 2/3 of our people coming up to the men of the Lord. Some of us going to see some of them come up and be like, oh, give us some of your knowledge, give us some of your protection. We're going to be like, we might not even have enough for us. We don't have enough for us and you. That's why you're just supposed to be learning about the Lord and getting your own oils, your own faith stored up, But, that's all just part of prophecy to be like that, And another one right here, going into this next little article, it says protesters hold up disturbing women or property signs at Texas college campus. And as you see, they used to not do stuff like this, but they're doing it more now because this truth is across the earth, and that's why, they're saying stuff like that, because they're not lying. It says it in the scriptures. And this is when women start being like, oh, I don't agree. It ain't about what you agree. It's not about what you think. This is what the Lord said. It ain't about what you agree. I don't agree with that. Okay, well, you're going to get blown up out here. It's Ecclesiasticus, the book of Barak, chapter 26, verse 36, verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, a pillow of rest. Yeah, beginneth a possession. So it's talking about you get a possession. A man takes you and he owns your ass. That's what the Bible's saying. And then that's when you do. These are the scriptures. Most women are reading and they can't get down with the scriptures no more, but they claim they Christians and stuff. We're gonna find out, because everybody want to be a Hamashiachian, which is the anointed, right? Everybody wants to be the people of the Lord until they hear something they don't like. Then they want to be like, oh, I don't agree with that. Well, that means that what? You anti-Hamashiach, anti-Christ. You against the scriptures. Verse 25, where no hedges, it says where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled. And that's what happened to us. We got spoiled. We didn't have the protection of the Lord as a nation. The Lord looks at as the nation of Israel as a woman, a delicate woman. When you look at it in Jeremiah. So we didn't have no hedge. So we got spoiled. We're out here in slavery and stuff. And they talking about just random people talking about they know the Lord. And you have no idea about like the history of Israel and how we got here. And that we're not in the land. And he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning. Right. And that's why the elders and apostles always say it's better not to have a wife right now, because it's in Ecclesiastes 7:2, better is to be in the house of mourning than the house of mirth. We're supposed to be in mourning right now. This is our punishment. We're not supposed to be out here happy and shit. That doesn't mean that we're out here, woe is me, but we're in a more serious mind state. We know that World War III is from the pop off. We're just, we're here thinking about keeping ourselves single and edifying the flock, warning the elect. Okay, that's our job. That's consists most of our life. So this is verse 26. Who will trust a thief well appointed that skippeth from city to city, right? So we're supposed to be what? Doing camp, have your little apartment or something, have your little spot, whatever. Could be by yourself, could be with some brothers, whatever. But we're not supposed to be moving around a whole lot. We're supposed to be at our stations. So who will believe a man that have no house and lodgeth whatsoever the night taketh him? And this is spiritual and physical. You know, you want to have a little spot and, you know, Jake, and, you know, keep yourself upright, you know, as you move to this wicked world. And also, you know, we don't lodge back and forth with different religions and different doctrines. We don't go and lodge in different beliefs. We stay in this truth. So this is the house of the Lord, you know, the school of the prophets. We don't be going around just with everybody and you know, bouncing back and forth to different camps like IUIC and ISUPK, the other camps. We don't be going back and forth and seeing what they talking about or whatever. Like, we ain't going in and be like, well, they said this was a good point. Like, we don't do all that. You know, the elders and apostles will you know, they'll rebuke them and show you where they're going off. That's all we do, you know, all the way down to, you know, new brothers like me. Especially ISUPK, them, they think the Lord dealing with them is the Hebrew niggerites. Okay? You better not be running with them. The Lord's not coming to save niggas. He's coming to save Hebrew Israelite men who have returned to their ways, you know, to the best of their abilities, back to our doctrine, our heritage. So this says, it's another big thing. American Freight closing all locations nationwide. Everything is on sale. There's some more shutdowns. You know, the plan to shutter all 328 locations amid struggles with sustained inflation and macroeconomic challenges, according to its parent company. Okay. So this place is slowly dwindling, and as time goes by, we see more and more all this shit shutting down. It's gonna come to this. We read it all the time. Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt. This is talking about here. Okay, it was talking about back then. You know, back then that's what happened in old Egypt, but this is really talking about Babylon this time, America, Babylon the Great, because it said in Revelation chapter 11, verse 8, this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Okay, so we know that this is talking about here. That's why you're seeing everything getting shut down. Like, it's, you know, but a lot of people, they don't understand reincarnation, so they don't understand that a lot of these stories, you know, are simultaneously have happened, okay, on the earth. But this time is about this time like no other. Jacob's trouble. That's what this is getting prepped for, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And that's what's coming. That plus the AI, all that is going to make it to where you're going to have to rely on Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, or you're going to rely on Egypt or America, Babylon the Great, basically spiritually Assyria. Okay, these are these people coming back. Okay, the same people here today. You know, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people, they when they start seeing that reincarnation is in the Bible, then they start looking at it like this is like can't be true. But that's only if you're, you know, if you're not an Israelite. And we got, you know, even Israelites that don't believe, and that's just, you know, they're the 2/3. And this is what kind of stuff is coming to this place because of what they've done to Israel. Okay, they've done to our people, you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. This is what they're paying for. This is why there's destruction coming in this place. Shit's fucked up.
Oh, it's a car. What?
Last February, I went outside where I was at, and it was like this too. Just everything tore the fuck up. This was coming here, but the Lord will protect, His men. It went right over my house, right over the house I was staying at, and the roof next door to the roof across the street from us got torn off, flew off, and somehow where I was at, everything was a little better. It was, little shit was torn off the house, but it wasn't like, what I'm saying? It was like that on one side of the street. On the other side, like the Lord be, judging who we want to judge. Dude. That's the kind of stuff coming to this place. Everybody all tripping out about Kamala Harris not winning or whatever, but we got way more dangerous shit coming up. Jake is oblivious to what the fuck the Lord is about to do to this place. This is about to really destroy this place. I got one more. It says, eerie moment. UFOs appear in the sky above Spain next to double rainbow before deadly flash floods hit. Because that's what the Lord does. He sends down the chariots. The so-called UFOs are called chariots. And those are the vessels of the Lord. Those are the vehicles of the Lord. When you read in Ezekiel, the first chapter, it goes into what they look like. They look like wheels inside of wheels, and it looks like a living creature. It has like four sides, and it's terrifying. It looks like a Esau Edom meat grinder. That's what's coming here. Okay? And the Lord's is going to be the big one, the fathership. That motherfucker is going to cover the whole earth. You're going to see that shit. Everybody's going to see that. It said, all eyes shall see him. Everybody going to see him. It says, eerie moment, UFOs appear in the sky above Spain, right? So just a couple pictures showing them. They circle them and showing them, right? Because they're moving around and shit, because they're stirring up shit. There's the double rainbow. That's him avenging. That's him avenging Israel. That's him avenging the elect. That's what he sends those chariots there. He sends chariots to go do his bidding and stuff, go start earthquakes and stuff like that. To go send out judgment, okay, to the wicked. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1, the burden of Egypt. Behold, and this is going into over here. This is talking about in Babylon. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, right? A chariot, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart, which is the mind of Egypt, shall melt in the midst of it. How? Missiles coming from Russia and the other nations, because the Lord, remember, his hand is in the king's heart. The king's heart is in the Lord's hand. Like he controls all that. And part of Revelation, it talks about the beast system. NATO and the EU shall hate the whore. Okay? These 7 heads and 10 horns shall hate America, Babylon the Great, and they're going to leave it desolate and burn it with fire. Okay? That's how we know the missiles is coming over here. So shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved into his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. What's going to happen before that, though? Verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and Esau, even the so-called white man, of the new modern-day Egyptians. They're the new Pharaoh who don't want to let Israel go. They don't want to let so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans go. They won't let us, establish our own shit. We can't make our own state and company and country and have our own military. We can't get none of that. We have to go live under them. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. And that's what's coming, civil war. That's what's coming. So that's all I got. Lord willing, is edifying to the flock. Shalom to elect Israel, hopefully elect Israel, Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, foreign Israelites, like the other nations scattered across four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, let us on to this truth. Been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, so forth, towards righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all so part of the elect to the hopeful elect. Lord willing to be part of that number. Lord willing to be able to find those who fear the name of the Lord, striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. Wa, Abba, Babal, peace and blessing to the elect. Lord willing is edifying. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.